Hello dear friends, today we are going to start discussing about the National Tuberculosis Elimination Program, and I thought we will cover all the investigations and then take up the whole of NTEP so that it will be easier for us to understand. So let's get into this topic. This is going to be a short 10-minute take, so please listen carefully. So what is IGRA? IGRA is basically a in vitro test that tests the cell mediated immunity, meaning it tests whether the patient has been sensitized to the Mycobacterium tuberculosis by using an antigen that is specific to Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Okay. So by that they see if there is a interferon gamma release. Understood? That is what is interferon gamma release assay. Got it? So interferon gamma release assay uses an antigen specific to Mycobacterium tuberculosis to check for immunological evidence of sensitization. It is an in vitro test checking the cell mediated immunity. Why did this test come up in vogue? See, the background is earlier the Mantoux test that we do, even now we are doing it. It tests for delayed hypersensitivity, but the downfall with it is that it will test positive if the patient is exposed to Mycobacterium bovis, as in a BCG vaccination or a non-tuberculous mycobacteria, and you will not be able to differentiate whether the patient has been exposed to tuberculosis or something else. So that is where IGRA comes in. What's the principle behind IGRA? You expose the mononuclear cells of the patient to few antigens, and if the mononuclear cells are previously sensitized, it is going to release interferon gamma. That is all there is to it. The antigens that we use are ESAT6, CFP10 and TB1.7. The expansion of it is like this. ESAT is early secreted antigen target. CFP is culture filtrate protein. The importance of these antigens is that they are present only in Mycobacterium tuberculosis, not in anything else. Of course, there are few non-tubercular mycobacteria, but I think we will discuss it later when we are discussing in detail. Okay. But now remember that it is Mycobacterium tuberculosis specific. Okay. So when these antigens are exposed to the mononuclear cells, they release interferon gamma, and that is what you are going to measure. There are two types of tests. One is quantiferon TB gold and the other one is T-spot test. Quantiferon TB gold versus this. What are the differences? Quantiferon gold test in tube test basically. So initial process is almost similar except for the processing. Processing should happen within 16 hours in QFT, whereas in T-spot ideally within 8 hours, or if it is a T cell extent type of test, then it is within 30 hours. Basically 8 to 30 hours. Okay. Mycobacterium tuberculosis antigen in quantiferon gold test, all the three are used, whereas in T-spot only ESAT6 and CFP10 are used. The main difference that I want you to remember is here. What they measure in quantiferon, quanti, name says quantity. The quantity of interferon gamma released is measured, whereas T-spot, it measures the number of spots of mononuclear cells that are producing interferon gamma. Okay. So basically T-spot sees how many cells are releasing interferon gamma, whereas this actually measures the concentration of interferon gamma. Okay. So these are the outcomes that can be reported: positive, negative, indeterminate, and here borderline and invalid are extra ones. Understood? This is the difference between these two. So interpretation depends on either the number of cells releasing or the quantity. Basically it tells us whether the patient has been exposed to Mycobacterium tuberculosis in the past or not. Does not mean the patient is having an active infection or a disease. This is very, very important. Okay. This IGRA cannot rule in or rule out tuberculosis. Let's see what the advantages are. The advantage is that the result is available within 24 hours. So within a single visit, the patient can give the test and wait for the results and get it back also. And there is no interference secondary to a BCG vaccination. Whether the patient has been immunized or not immunized is not going to affect the results, and it is specific for Mycobacterium tuberculosis. See, for example, in a situation where a patient is having Mantoux positivity but clinically not having any symptoms or signs suggestive of tuberculosis, and you do a IGRA, And this IGRA, if it is positive, it will tell that the patient has been exposed to Mycobacterium tuberculosis. If it is negative, probably this Mantoux positivity was secondary to a non-tuberculous mycobacteria. That is how your interpretation should be. And there is no boosting response. Boosting response as in, if you do IGRA now and if you do an IGRA later, there is going to be no difference. Okay, just because you did this IGRA result will not vary, because basically this is a ex vivo test, isn't it so? So there is no extra sensitization of the patient. The disadvantage for a country like us is that it is costly. Okay, you cannot afford to do it for everyone. But now NTEP is trying to bring it for everyone. It's trying to make it available for everyone. It cannot differentiate whether the patient is having active versus latent disease. You cannot differentiate whether it is a, currently the patient is infectious or the patient's immunity is good and it's staying as a latent infection. The blood collection processing has to be meticulous and it has to be processed within 8 to 30 hours of collection. Otherwise, the processing differences can result in variable results. Even for the same patient, if the blood is processed differently, there can be two different results. And no prediction as to if the patient will go on to have active tuberculosis in future. Say if IGRA is positive, you cannot tell this patient is one having either latent or active infection. Two, whether the patient is going to develop an active disease. There is no predictive value for the test. And very limited data for less than 5-year kids in recently exposed people and in immunocompromised state. And as we discussed, there is no difference between reinfection or reactivation. You will not be able to make out. So basically, it does not have any role in diagnosis and treatment of tuberculosis per se. You cannot rule in or rule out. So then where are we going to use this IGRA? IGRA in 5 to 15 years, if you want to think of latent tuberculosis bacterial infection, then you can do an IGRA and start treatment. But the intent to treat should precede you doing an IGRA test. That is very, very important. Specificity, sensitivity wise, it is pretty good. T-spot is more specific compared to that of quantiferon gold test, 90%. But it is less in children and less in HIV infected individuals. Sensitivity wise, as the age advances, the sensitivity increases. Okay. So sensitivity increases as the age advances. Less than 2 years, it's only 80%, whereas more than 5 years, it is 96%. That is why less than 5 years, you generally don't do IGRA. You still stick with Mantoux test to think of a latent tuberculosis infection. I think if you know this much, and you can go ahead and read few papers, the CDC gives a good review. There is also a paper in American Academy of Pediatrics 2018 that compares IGRA with tuberculin skin test. You can go ahead and read all of those for further enhancement of your knowledge. All the best, guys. Bye bye. Take care and thank you. Please subscribe. Please share among your colleagues so we can all learn pediatrics together.